And welcome on into WagerWeekly.com. Week 2 in the NFL. Paul Nolan joins me as he does each and every week to break down your Sunday card. And that's exactly what we're doing today. We're up to 275, 276. Probably the featured game of the week. Certainly the game that has the most betting tickets on it right now. And that, of course, is Kansas City on the road, heading to Jacksonville. Paul Nolan, I know it's only week 2, but this is a very interesting spot for me to watch Kansas City. You go down 0-2. We saw what happened in that week 1. Terrible drops all over the field. Obviously missing 2 of their main cogs of this championship team. Obviously, they get both of those back here in week 2. But boy, I tell you, people have Jacksonville going very deep this season. And you go down 0-2. I know it's only week 2, and I know it's Kansas City, Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, and nothing about historical trends is necessarily set in stone when you talk about this team. But boy, that is a really interesting situation. What do you see here in this game?
We talked about the Jacksonville Jaguars, and then they were on the come, and the public really likes them. And, some of the things obviously we liked about them was, Darius Williams. I like their cornerbacks. I like the situation they have there. Tyson Campbell he's as good as it gets. And in the slot, they got Harrington, and I think that Trey Harrington, and I think that this is they can match up here, especially because this is obviously not a good receiving core. I mean, I cannot imagine Kadarius Toney can play as bad as he did last week, but he's clearly been a head case. I mean, the Giants didn't want him, and they were desperate for a receiver. And he showed flashes in the first season against Dallas Cowboys. He had just a breakout game, and everyone thought this is the kid, this dynamic player. But he's always hurt, and he's always head is just not there. And there's only so much. He drops another pass, he's going to be fried mentally. But, to me, it all comes down to Kelsey playing this game. He's the unicorn that changes this offense. I mean, Mahomes is always looking for him, and he's always open. They're sharing a brain that's like that movie Jurassic Park, where the velociraptors are able to read each other as they hunt and attack on their own. These guys are on the same exact page, and it's masterful. We've never seen a tight end like Travis Kelsey in terms of receiving the ball. So I got to know how he's going to play, what he's going to do, where he's going to be in this game. And I do think that this is a problem for Jacksonville, that with Chris Jones back, that offensive line is abysmal. It's abysmal. And I just don't know how you can imagine Kansas City's going to go down 0-2. I think come hell or high water in prime time, Mahomes, he's a magician. You can't sack him. You can't tackle him. And I do like Josh Allen as much as any edge defender in the game. He's great against the run. He's great in coverage, and he's great at rushing the passer. He's as complete a player as it comes. And this defense should be better. I don't know what made them look. I just did not like what I saw from them last week. So I do not trust this defense, but I do think they were looking ahead to this game. I said it's so rare you see a schedule where a team is looking past week 1. And to a degree, it almost looked like they were. They sleptwalked their way through a win, and they got really lucky to win that game last week, the Jags. So I'm pretty much leaning towards Kansas City on this one. I do think they're going to find a way. I don't like laying chalk on the road, especially when, a public game. But I just love this team, and I'm just kind of hoping and assuming Kelsey will play. Keep in mind, we're doing this Saturday morning, so if you want to check with me if you want an update, you can text 313-GET-INFO, and I'll text you if he's playing or not, if my opinion changed. But there'll be none. I'm not selling anybody anything. I'm not pitching anybody on anything. It's just my way of saying keep connected. It's 313-GET-INFO, and I'll just text you what my final plays are on Sunday morning with no cost.
All right, there you go. Kansas City and Jacksonville. Week 2 in the NFL right here, WagerWeekly.com.